to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get to talk to. And Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with
Canadian siblings Lilly Sullivan, born March 22, 2019, and Jack Sullivan, born October 29, 2021, disappeared from their rural home on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne Station, Pictou County, Nova Scotia on May 2, 2025, 2-3. A large-scale search effort was undertaken in the days immediately following their disappearance, which was mostly scaled back on May 7 after no trace of the children was found. Several further individual organized search efforts have taken place in the weeks since, which have not resulted in any significant findings. Police investigation into the disappearance has included interviews of at least 54 individuals, some of whom were administered polygraph testing. 5. Authorities have stated that there is no evidence that the children were abducted, but that they have not ruled out that the disappearance is suspicious. 6. 7. The case has captured widespread attention both across Canada and around the world. 5. 8. Due to the unusual circumstances surrounding the disappearance. As of June 2025, the government of Nova Scotia is offering a reward of up to $150,000 for information that is deemed to be of investigative value to the search for the missing siblings. 8. 9. Background. The Sullivan siblings lived with their biological mother Malihia Brooks Murray and their stepfather Daniel Martel in a rural property on Gairloch Road, in Lansdowne, Nova Scotia, described as being surrounded by woods, steep banks, and thick brush. According to Martel, both siblings were kept home from school on both Thursday, May 1 and Friday, May 2 because Lily had a cough. They had also not been at school on Wednesday, April 30, because there was no school due to a professional development day for teachers. 3. 10. The siblings were seen in public with family on May 1, the day prior to their reported disappearance. 11. 12. Disappearance. On the morning of May 2, Martel and Brooks Murray claimed that while they were both in the bedroom with their one-year-old daughter, Lily came in and out of the bedroom several times, and Jack could be heard in the kitchen. Shortly afterward, they say they could no longer hear either of them, and never saw the two children again. Martel stated his belief that the siblings likely opened the home's back sliding door, which is purportedly silent when operated, and went outside. Brooks Murray stated that she and Martel looked for the siblings outside, yelling out for them. Around 10 a.m., Brooks Murray called 911 to report them missing. Lily is said to have likely been wearing a pink sweater, pink pants, and pink boots, and Jack blue dinosaur boots, when they disappeared. 13-14. On May 28, a RCMP Major Crime Unit representative disclosed that the siblings were confirmed to have been observed in public with family members on May 1, the day before they were reported missing by their mother and stepfather. 11. The location of where they were observed has not been made public by authorities. 12. Regarding this development, the siblings' stepfather Martel told CBC News that the police had retrieved surveillance footage of himself, Brooks Murray, their one-year-old baby, as well as Lily and Jack in nearby New Glasgow, but that the precise location of where the footage took place could not be disclosed because it may impact the ongoing investigation. 16. June 2025. On June 11, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Agency provided an update on the case stating that their intensive approach to the investigation is continuing. The police agency elaborated that the investigation may take longer than they had hoped, and that they are considering all possible scenarios and are partnering with agencies across the country. The agency said more than 11 Nova Scotia RCMP units are working on the case, including the Major Crime Unit and the Criminal Analysis Service. 17, 18, 19. The agency disclosed key details of the ongoing investigation, including that hundreds of hours of video of the area surrounding the location of the disappearance had been collected, that they had formally interviewed 54 people in connection with the investigation, which included the administration of polygraph testing, and that many of the 488 tips they've received have been assessed. The agency confirmed they've been granted numerous legal authorizations to seize and examine materials and devices that may prove useful to the investigation. Corporal Sandy Matheru, identified as the lead investigator on the case, stated that the RCMP is accessing, evaluating and analyzing a significant volume of information from a variety of sources, and that they have a very coordinated and deliberate approach, which they say will ensure that all information is meticulously scrutinized, prioritized and actioned to ensure nothing is missed. Aftermath and investigation. May 2025. At 12:25 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time on May 2, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, issued a statement notifying the public about the disappearance, asking anyone who may have information to come forward. At the time, police stated their belief that the children had wandered away from their home, and that there was no evidence of abduction. At 4:55 p.m., police issued an update advising a vulnerable missing persons advisory had been issued for Pictou County, and asking the public to stay clear of the area where the disappearance is said to have taken place. 3. On May 3, police and volunteers numbering at least 100 searched the area surrounding the siblings' home using ground search, dogs, drones, and helicopters to aid in the search. The siblings' mother, Malihia Brooks Murray, spoke to CTV News and stated that she was still hopeful that children would be located, saying, "We just want them home as soon as possible." She further elaborated, saying that, "The night of May 2 was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds, and I don't want to go another night without them." 13. The same day, Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston released a statement. People in Pictou County and across Nova Scotia are praying for a positive outcome for 2 missing children. During this time of worry, please know that our first responders and volunteers are working tirelessly during this 24/7 operation. 3. By May 4, the number of people searching had reached 160, according to RCMP Staff Sergeant Curtis McKinnon. Martel said he wanted authorities to monitor the New Brunswick border and nearby airports in case the children were abducted. 3. On May 6, Martel told CBC News that after the siblings' disappearance, their mother left the area to be with her family in another part of Nova Scotia, and blocked him on social media. The siblings' maternal grandmother Cindy Murray spoke with the Canadian press over the phone, stating that the family is hoping and praying for the recovery of the children. She also stated that police had advised the family against speaking to the media. 3:10. On May 7, police announced that the search for the missing children had been scaled back, with Staff Sergeant McKinnon saying that there hadn't been any confirmed sightings of the children and that it was unlikely they were still alive. On May 18, a renewed search took place with 115 volunteers in addition to police personnel.